The area braces for the second round of severe storms. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us. Well, the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm and flash flood watch and warning in some areas until later this evening. Officials say large hail and damaging wind gusts have already made a dent into the rush hour commute. Area business owners in Upper Marlboro are preparing for the downpour. Mike Kress, along with neighboring auto body shop owners, say they are taking the watch very seriously. Kress's 32-year-old facility is footsteps away from this creek, which is not far from a nearby pond. 2 years ago, his business shut down for almost 10 days when water came as high as this blue tape. Kress says he has been tracking the storm all day and has a plan already in motion.
And we get about a 5-hour lead time from the actual water coming down from the north and coming into town here. So in that period of time, if we see enough rainfall in the watershed, we can load all the equipment onto pallets and put them up on the lifts and put them 8 feet in the air. We can evacuate the customers' vehicles and the company vehicles, and we can load a truck with our equipment and take it all to high ground if we have to.
And late this afternoon, the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for the region. Impacted areas include Laurel, Columbia, Fort Meade, and Severn. A confirmed tornado was reported near Colesville about 3:50 this afternoon. Meantime, area power companies have crews on standby for the storm. Experts predict it could cause widespread power outages and affect 1 in 5 Americans from here to Iowa. A Pepco spokeswoman says the agency has already pruned trees, placed new lines above and below ground, and taken other steps to minimize problems if the storm hits.
We're in constant contact with mutual assistance right now, but right now we're still monitoring the storm, so we still have our 150 full-time crews out on the system, and 450 contract crews are out on the system right now ready to restore power, and if we do need to call out on mutual assistance, we will do that.
And Pepco customers that experience a power outage are asked to report the issue by calling 1-877-PEPCO-62. Well, storm runoff can create serious flooding in low-lying areas. The last thing emergency personnel want you to do is to try and wade across high or fast-moving water. But if you find yourself trapped in a car, the Swift Water Rescue Team will most likely be the ones coming to your aid.
It looks like it's impassable, do not go through it. If you find that you have gotten stuck on the vehicle, do not try to leave the vehicle and get out of the water. Just stay with the vehicle. If you need to, retreat to the roof of the vehicle and we will come get you, but certainly don't walk through it. I think one of the things that people underestimate is that they think that because they have a larger vehicle that they're going to be fine, and so they start navigating through this water, and all it takes is some water in the tailpipe and the vehicle is then going to shut down on its own and it's going to be stranded.
And the Swift Water Rescue Team is located at the St. Joseph EMS station in Largo. Well, a 7-year-old girl is dead after a hit-and-run incident in Temple Hills. The accident happened last night at the intersection of St. Barnabas and Temple Hill roads. Prince George's police say the driver of an SUV left her vehicle and fled on foot after hitting a minivan that was carrying 2 children and 1 adult. The victim, Azaria Johnson, died at a local hospital.
Passengers in the minivan, an adult female and 2 juveniles. All 3 were transported to a local hospital, where 1 child, unfortunately, was pronounced dead at the hospital. 1 child remains in stable condition, and the adult female suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Efforts to locate the driver of the SUV are still ongoing. She is described as a Hispanic female.
Authorities say the 3 surviving victims of the crash have been released from the hospital. If you have any information on the accident, you are asked to contact police at 301-731-4422. Well, the verdict is in for Michael Johnson, the man accused of threatening to kill his ex-wife, their son, and her 2 daughters. Allegations also centered on false advertisements that invited more than 400 men to have sex with the victim and her children last summer. A jury found Johnson guilty of 73 counts of stalking, reckless endangerment, and violating a protective order. He was also found guilty on several other charges. Officials say he will be sentenced in mid-July and could face up to 115 years in prison. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.